I'm Diane Overgaard with Women in Business, Naperville Chamber Women in Business, and I'm delighted to be able to visit with you, Traci. This is Traci Bogan, Dreampreneur, and you can learn more about Traci on tracibogan.com.
TraciBogan.com.
Excellent.
Or Facebook.
So this morning, Traci talked to us about how we should be our dream and live our dream. And one of the things that you said was keep your eye on the why. And as you were speaking, the question that kept going through my head was, I wonder what Traci's why was. Why did you need to travel around the world? She's traveled to over 40 countries on her quest to cover 100 countries. Why did you need to do this?
As I mentioned, I was living in Hawaii for 10 years, working for a world-renowned plastic surgeon, and I got caught up in the trappings of having that successful career and being in the environment of movie stars and celebrities and having a roommate who was a publicist, that I just got exposed to that lifestyle and I was off track. And so when I looked in the mirror and asked myself, what do I want? What do I really, really, really want? My answer was to go around the world to find myself and find my role and my purpose in the world. And it did take a whole journey around the world for me to discover all that. And when I came home, I knew I grew into who I was. I grew congruent with my own truth, my own femininity, my own womanhood, my own life's purpose, which is to empower millions of people to achieve their goals, fulfill their dreams, and live a life of purpose so they can have, do, and be more than what they believe is possible.
Wow. And your presentation was so inspiring. It was funny, it was engaging, and at the end of the breakfast, I don't know if you noticed, but no one wanted to leave the room. People had made connections with people at their breakfast table, and you just did inspire us all to be better people. And thank you for that.
I'm a dreampreneur, and my mission is to create millions of dreampreneurs.
And you did it this morning. So did you think that you achieved your why? Keep your eye on the why. Have you achieved your why?
I came home knowing my why, and I'm still growing into it. You know, every place I go speak, every place I go travel, I do my very best to give more than I take from every person that I meet, and to hug every person I meet, and to empower and inspire every person that I meet to be more than who they think they are and than what they already are. So I'm still growing. I'm still learning.
I love it. I love it. And you teach classes and you do a lot of speaking engagements. And so I'm sure you've met many people who uncover their own why. I'm interested to know, what are some of the examples of the why that other people have found?
That's a great question. The biggest why, the common denominator I found with many people, is most people don't believe they can do it. They don't have self-worth or self-confidence about themselves. And like with me, in my story with Dr. Jean Smith, who gave me permission to dream, a lot of people have never had permission to dream, and that's what I do. That was my hope and my inspiration for coming here this morning, to reach the women who have a dream but are afraid to dream, and that's giving themselves permission to dream. As I mentioned, tomorrow's promised to no one. We're here for an 80-year dream. Yeah. And make it count, make it fun, make Absolutely. It worthwhile.
And Traci, during your talk, one of the things that was my very favorite part was at the end, where you had us get out the handout, and the title of this page is Goal Dreamstorming, and you made us sit for 1 minute with an ink pen and write down, what do we want to do, be, see, have, give, and experience. And for me, it was really an opening experience, and I wrote down things that have been swimming around in my head, but I haven't put them to paper, and writing it down made it real. So we are going to put this handout up on the Women in Business website in a PDF, so anybody who's listening can pull it up, print it out, and do this exercise for themselves. And so could you give me a little background on how this came to be?
Yes, I was at my spiritual retreat in India, coming to terms with my own purpose and role in this world and in my life, and Dreampreneur came up and Goal Mastery came up, and I wrote this formula. This is my own personal formula, goal mastery. And it's really 6 steps, and I'll just cover these really briefly. It's the decision code, identifying your goal or your dream. The belief code, mastering your thinking. The vision code, writing it, reading it, repeating it, and visualizing yourself living it. The action plan, which is actually working your plan, because this is a plan of action right here. Working your plan and taking consistent action from it. The perseverance code is staying the course and never giving up. And the fulfillment code is pulling someone up with you. It's not the ending, it's a new beginning. Fulfillment doesn't mean it's finished. It's what are you going to do with what you know. So this is a formula to help stretch.
Good. Well, I'm going to go back to it. I loved thinking through it for that 1 minute, but I'm really inspired to take it and sit with it for an hour and really go deeper with it. And,
Good.
Take some
it's
action.
like peeling back the layers of an onion.
It is.
Especially to find that why. Find the why that makes you cry.
Oh, I love that. I love that. So I bought 2 of Traci's books today, and this one, The Backpack Diaries, is your most recent one.
That's the most recent one. That's about the journey around the world, and most books are read. This book is actually watched. This is a movie inside of a book. There's 90 minutes of video footage inside of this book with the use of QR codes. But don't worry, for all the people who don't have a smartphone to scan this, which the book teaches you how to put your free app on, if you don't have one, you just simply go to the internet and type in the number, and video footage will pop up. And then at the end, we went on Facebook and took a poll that if you could ask me any single question about my trip around the world, what would it be? So we picked the 12 most popular questions, such as how much did it cost, what was your favorite place, and so forth. And we had little 2-minute interviews done between Amy, the co-author, and myself, answering the most frequently asked questions. It's the best $14.95 you'll spend. And 100% of these proceeds go to, in every country that I go to, we adopt a school and a family. So that's where that goes.
It's brilliant. And so people can buy that at tracibogan.com.
And thebackpackdiaries.com.
Wonderful. Good. Well, thanks again for being here.
Namaste.